Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Listen to the energy. There's the creaking of the radiator that happens every time. We've got a train that's stationary. And we have parents that are coming through. Which got me thinking a bit of a story. Not long ago, I've been to work and I'm just come home and I'm just chilling out, connecting. Normally it's, I just sit down, see what conversations come through. And it was, I want to speak to my mum and dad. Okay. Now for me, I call upon them. It's not something like I want to speak to my mum and dad. It's like if I want to speak to my mum and dad, I'll speak to them. Energetically, intellectually, wants to come through. And so this message come through, it's like I want to speak to my mum and dad. It's like, okay, I'm not sure how we're going to do that kind of reading. I have many discussions, like with my parents and my loved ones that are on the other side, shall we say that? It's like on the other side of the vessel, their spirits. So this is going to be interesting, but as I've come in and I'm just kind of connecting my charger, the angel prayers cards have like kind of fallen, and two have fallen on the floor, and I can see one, and it's messages from heaven. And I can feel the energy. I know the energy of my parents. Signs from heaven. I haven't got my glasses here, so okay. It's like my lips are glossy. Normally it's my mum's energy coming through. She would always have her lipstick on, but she wouldn't blot it like I do. I don't really like sticky lips. She would leave a lipstick mark. So I left a mark. Sign. Thank you, heaven, for sending me reminders of your presence. And so this card was on the floor. I keep hearing the sound out there goes dee. It sounds like a dial-up tone, like before we had like broadband. No, fast broadband. You'd have to dial up through like your telephone line. So what's coming through is, have we forgotten about ways that we could still connect? Like forgetting about dial-up, so waiting a long time. We'd go to VHS, 8 tracks if you want, vinyls, and in reverse is love and accept yourself. So we're looking for our parents' reassurance, love, because when I think about calling my parents in, I have a giggle on my face. And it's something that I would do. I was the one that they was unable to control. So, and my parents love me dearly. And so proud of me. So I just giggle, because it's kind of things I would do, like when they were in their physical being. I would be mischievous and just give them like a grin. And they're kind of like, what's she grinning at? It's like, yeah, just, I was going to say wicked, but in a good way. I would play with my parents. So I remember like being told that, my dad was hard of hearing and you have to speak up and all these things. And I'll be like, you can hear me, can't you? They just look at me. I go, talk about selective hearing. So I'd have like little jokes with him. Like that. And I go, you can hear me? And he'd giggle. And I thought, I know you can hear me. So I'd never raise my voice. If anything, I would just probably lower it. It's like, you can hear me. And so it was a very nice, energetic connection. And then like I would like play with him and go right up close and go, do you want me to get you a colouring book? Some crayons? They just look at me like that. Oh my goodness. And my mum, well, when we used to speak on the telephone, we would be on the telephone for like hours. And you get to that point, you say, right, I'm going to go now. And then you start up like another conversation. And I used to, many times, just like hang up the phone on her. And I used to just say, right, I'm going now. And put the phone down, and she'd go, like, ring me back. Did you just hang the phone up on me? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going. But it make her giggle. So, fun times. Signs from heaven, love and accept yourself. Okay, let's find out where this is going. I've still got yesterday's cards here. I just wanted to turn the camera on, really, and tell you what the plan was. I really don't know how or what, like whether it's my own parents coming through or which is cool if they do. Have I called upon them? Maybe someone else has called upon my parents. What would my parents say? Oh, my parents were chilled. They're okay. What's coming through is as long as you're happy. That's what my parents, your parents would say. Do what makes you happy. Okay, right. How is everybody on this fine Thursday? I mean, is that train actually going to go anywhere? Because it's kind of like... I can't even see a train there. Oh, there it goes. Has it moved? Oh, it has. So that's kind of another sign. It's like, and it was only like a one carriage train. It was making quite a lot of noise, and I felt, well, it's stationary. It's like, you need to move because you're blocking the tracks, the train tracks. You're blocking the other trains from coming through, high speed. Lucy, we're putting the cards away. My mum's name was Lucy. My name's not Lucy, my name's Lucy May. I can now call myself Lucy because she is no longer physically present. If she was present, never has my mum called me Lucy. And she used to correct people as well. So until she met this amazing man, like very later on in life, and he called me Lucy. And he refused to call me Lucy May. Even though she would correct him, he still called me Lucy because he knew that that's what I felt comfortable with. But if my friends were around and they called me Lucy, she would correct them. Her name's Lucy May. My father's name was Henry. But people called him Harry, or H. His friends will call him H. Harry. Henry Thomas. My mum didn't have a middle name. I don't have a middle name. I have a double-barreled first name. Lucy May. She's present. My mum would like to play cards. Not tarot cards, like playing cards. None of this stuff was ever mentioned. Not to me. Right. We're getting there, slowly but surely. I felt that energy today. Just keep focusing on your personal development. It's like you get there in the end. You realise how much you've actually overcome. Rather than overwhelming yourself with realising how much there is to undo, just take it one step at a time, because it can be very overwhelming. One step at a time. Oh, I've got like I'm not going to call them the chills, but I'm really noticing when spirit's like very present, like my whole body will tingle. They're with you every step of the way. You're not alone. I'm singing New Kids on the Block. So we've got some new kids on the block, just awakening. Otherwise I wouldn't be mentioning all this about, you know, scaring yourself. Just trust that all will be revealed, and it will all be revealed in divine timing and at a pace that you're going to be able to handle. Good evening, Moon Cookie. Hello to the channel of love. Cheers, Lucy. I'm up baking cookies. Chocolate chip with pecan. Sounds absolutely diddly ocious. Daddy. I sprinkle sea salt on a few of them. That would be nice. That would be nice, Moon Cookie. I'm drinking from the chip in the cup. Normally I avoid that, but that was like oh, you're a chip off the old block. If you was present the day I told the story, where when Emily went away to work, I chipped her dad's cup. It's the last cup of his remaining. Rather than them being in storage, I just feel it's better to use them. There's no point having things in storage. Saving it for, it's a memory, true. But yeah, we're getting down to not many reminders. And that's okay. That's okay. I mean, if I think about, my mum left me her library. When she made her transition, we're talking thousands of books. And gradually, I've got them down, and I may only have like a couple now. And it's because they're old books. Like this book here. I'll show you, because we're just going to go with this. But yes, the guilt at start, thinking, well, she left me these books, and I only said that I'd have them because I knew how much the books meant to her, and it didn't seem that anybody else, like my siblings, whether they wanted all them books. So I had them. It was nice when I had them because I had a dining room lined with bookcases, and then we moved, and I got rid of some, and then we moved again, and I got rid of like the majority of them. Just a gradual thing, letting go of keepsakes that maybe we don't really need to hold on to. So this is one of the books I kept from her collection. Lots of random books. And the other thing I did keep was, although they were mine, is that when I was young, so we're talking maybe age 10, you have like these fortnightly things that you can collect, okay? And you'll get a model with each pack. And my mum actually like invested in that. So I used to like going to the newsagents to pick it up, and it was a discovery issue. And I still have them. So they seem to have come with me. It's I liked them because of the models. So I used to like making like you know, ships from like the Spanish Armada. That's the first one. I think Queen Elizabeth and the Spanish Armada. There's about 60 of them. And they're quite interesting to read. Gives you a fact file and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I still have them. I can't read this book, you're having a laugh. What book is this? It's the Bible. It's the Bible. Because it says here, originally this was given to George somebody, Christmas I think that might say 1930. Okay, so it's coming up for being nearly 100 years old in 6 years' time. And then it has 1951 just randomly wrote in it. So I take it took ownership. Someone else took ownership of it 21 years later. Anyway, I kept it. Holy Bible, Old and New Testaments. I'm not going to be able to read that. Okay. I'm done with tidying up now. Still cards everywhere, but let's see where this reading wants to take us, because I'd like to get on with some decorating. I bought my new bed today, and it's coming on Monday, which gets my arse into gear. Conversations about the arse. I was going to say, can we lay off a bit today? Interesting thing happened today. So I've been introduced, when I started this job, I was introduced by my colleague to her friend, and she said, "This is Michael." And straight away, I felt Archangel Michael energy. That's what it took me to. Not necessarily him having Archangel Michael, but Archangel Michael come through. I thought, this is interesting. Anyway, he comes in and speaks to my colleague. They're in the antiques business. And he came in today. And just as he came in, his phone went. So I'm thinking, oh, is he here to see, like, my colleague who's not working today? And he's taking this phone call, and I'm just like, you know, busying myself, doing my jobs. And I can hear his conversation. And I don't know the exact words, but it was something like, he was telling a story about someone said, well, you can, like, give it to him from behind. And this Michael was saying on the phone, like, having a joke, saying, I hope she doesn't mean quite literally. I don't think I'll be giving it to him from behind. But it took me to, like, my comment yesterday. And I just spoke about getting my arse in gear. Anyway, there's more to that story, which I can tell you. So I picked up on that and had a giggle to myself. So, okay, lots of talk around anal, but it is what it is. So I had a little chuckle, but I'm thinking to myself, okay, he hasn't gone out, he's still on this phone call. I've had other customers coming in between. And then he gets off the phone, and I go, are you alright? And he's like, yeah. He said, I was going to work in the town square, like in the market square today, but the man's there playing the accordion. And he said, and it's like awful, I can't stand and listen to that all day. I said, oh, don't you like it? I said, I quite enjoy it. He said, do you? I said, yeah, I quite enjoy the music. I said, you do know the more that he irritates you, the more he's going to show up. And he went, I wish I could think like you do. And I said, well, I'm not going to say it's easy. I said, maybe you could put an elastic band around your wrist. And I said, and every time you have a negative thought or a negative comment comes out, you give yourself a flick. I said, because I think that's better, like, self-harming that way than what it is with the, you know, the damage you're causing with all the negativity. He went to me, give me an elastic band then. So I found him an elastic band. I thought, okay. And he said, I'm just so used to being, like, angry. And, but then he went on to tell me, well, first he told me that he goes to AA meetings, and I said to him, pay attention, I don't know what they are. I've never really dealt with alcoholics, but I know that you've got, is it the 12 steps? And I have read them, and they sounded very similar to spiritual principles. So I said to him, pay attention to those steps and those principles. But he said he's been volunteering lately, which is awesome, with a group of people that have, like, dementia. And he said he absolutely, first of all, he said, I absolutely love it. So I picked up on that. And he said, and they love me. And he said, I did say to one of the ladies, I mean, it gets even more comical. I didn't even bring up, it's in my coat pocket. I will go and get it because it will make sense. Well, it's just, yeah. He said, I said to this lady, she had an anxiety attack. And I found out about it. This is what he told me. So when I saw her, I said to her, next time you have that, he said, I'll tell you what I do. So he was telling her what he does. He said, I just take in some real deep breaths, yeah, and just like breathe it out. And I'm thinking, like, this is really good, like, advice. And she goes, Michael, does it work? He went, nah, does it, fuck? And I went to him, I imagine though that you will, like, that she might try that. But it's kind of like he is positive, but then he's kind of overwriting it. Should we? I don't know. And then he goes on to say to me, he said, I've just had my business cards done. And I said, what do they say? Fuck off, don't talk to me. And he gave me a business card, but I was too busy. I didn't have a look at the business card. And, but on him, he's got badges. I am happy. And then he's got like a happy, smiley face. And I went to him, look, I said, you need to look at your badges a bit more because you're obviously declaring what you are. He said, but look underneath, I am sarcastic. So it's just, I said, well, that's just like your way. I said, but you're a very loving person. And I said, and I think it's great that you're helping and that you're loving helping these people that love you. And I said, and I said to him that the best way to help yourself is to go out and find somebody else to help, you know, to help others. So he's gone away with his elastic band. I wonder how long that will stay on for. But he was prepared. Told him to keep happy. I said, it's your choice. You can either go out there and, you know, spread fear and hatred, or you can go and boost people up and spread love and joy. But I just thought that was interesting that Michael came in today. I'm going to show you his business card. Hilarious. I'll be back. It's in my coat pocket. As you do. So then, when he goes, have a look at his business card. And it says, fuck it, fuck me, fuck you, fuck off, fuck them, fuck this, fuck everything, fuck everybody. It's like, are you fucking shitting me? There it is. Michael. I'll cover everything so you can just see his name. Michael. Proper business card, man. It's much more lovely being lovely, isn't it? Anyway, so got it within him though. Just so angry. And I know what about, because it came out. He used to have a really nice lifestyle in London until someone fucked him over. I went to him, there's the cause, that's why you're so angry. And he realised now, he says, that he's much more happier now. Even though it was hard to like lose the income, he's a lot happier. But very angry about obviously how that occurred for him to transition. Let's have a look at these cards now that I've told you about Michael. There's another gentleman coming today talking about his grandchildren with me. I mean, when he went, he said, thanks for the chat. He said, sorry I didn't buy anything. It's just like a counselling door you open up and you just allow him to come in. Who's going to come and see me today then? It works a bit like that. We have heal the ouch. Hi, Ski. What does that say? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Heal the ouch. Give it a scratch. 38. We'll read this. We read it yesterday. Was it yesterday? I believe it was. Okay. This is a time for great soothing of the heart, body, soul and mind, as this card indicates that healing will be prevalent in your life now. If you feel drawn to study the healing arts, you'll be successful in developing your natural capacity to restore others to wellness. However, the message may be that you're being called to change your behaviours in order to heal the earth. Perhaps you'll switch to a cruelty-free diet, eating less meat, or perhaps you'll pay more attention to how much water or electricity you use. You are asked to be conscious of your footprint on the sacred earth and all of life, and to commit to the healing path. The Heal the Ouch card may also be an indicator of old wounds and broken bonds being mended. Reconciliations are possible now. Let bygones be bygones. Okay, so we're here to help heal our earth. It's our role. It's our role. You better roll with it. Is it you better roll with it or you gotta roll with it? You gotta take your time. You gotta say what you say. Don't let anybody get in your way. 'Cause it's all too much for me to take. I don't know if they're the words. I'm not gonna say I'm a big Oasis fan. Oracle of Shadows and Lights. Out trick or treating, card number 5, we're here. Okay. So can we get back to the message of spirit being present? We're here to help heal the ouch. I mean, when you are hurt, confused, wanting like your mum and dad, no matter how old you are, they're still your mum and dad. $38. I've gone to Angel of Time, but as I was saying 38, it's never too late. It's coming through. It's not 38. Let's heal the ouch. It's card number 5. Carnivorous Flower Fairy is 38. A tempting offer has a high price. Card number 5. Okay, knock knock. Who's there? It's not a joke. Knock knock. They're here, but it's like really exaggerated. They're here. Like that. Now, it's not best to play with me like that. Before my mum made her transition, wasn't with my dad though. But before my mum made her transition, she was quite open about death. It was something that we were not to be afraid of growing up. My mum would say to me, Lucy May, you'll be taken when you've done what you've come to do. And that's just, you know, that was cool. That was a good answer for me. My dad, on the other hand, let's not talk about it. It's morbid. You don't talk about death, where my mum would be like, what do you want when I go? And who's going to have that? And make sure you throw myself a party. make sure you throw me a party. And I don't want any of you wearing black. I want you wearing lavender. Lilac. It was planned. But I said to her, don't be coming and haunting me and just appearing in front of me. So she won't. Because it's not what I want. So I say to them now, look, if you want to, like, show yourself to me that way, I'm cool with that. I can handle it now. But Spirit will show you via the way that you feel comfortable. So if you're comfortable seeing them, then you will see them. If you're comfortable listening, then you will hear them. It's to your own comfortability. Spirit does not want to scare you. But if you're scared of Spirit, then you're going to be scared of Spirit. You're going to find it scary. But it's not. But they are here. At your door, front or back, or at a window dressed in black, appear 4 little ones if you include the little jack-o'-lantern. They might look scary, but take some time to discover what they have bubbling away in the cauldron. It could be wonderful, and yet you may be fearful that it's woeful. All I'm thinking about is I could have got my glasses right downstairs. You couldn't have done anything. You didn't. You should have done. Next time. Next time you're mine, gadget. Din 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 din. Distracted. Din 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 din. Din 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 din. Okay. They may look scary, but take some time to discover what they have bubbling away in the cauldron. It could be wonderful, and yet you may be fearful that it's woeful. It's going to take courage to find out the truth. But if you do find that courage, you'll discover that you need not be scared by the appearance of death. He's just here to help you change. And Jack-o'-lantern is here to help you light up something you've been hiding from. The little witch with her apprentice, ? They are ready to help you understand the depth of your magic. Don't be afraid. The trick-or-treaters speak. We may look dark and scary to some, but truly, we are also fun and peace-loving magical ones. Don't judge everyone by appearance. Instead, understand what lies beneath and discover what it is they want, and then feel out for any strings attached. We want you to exercise your feelings and your clairsentience, the ability to know, and not to rely upon appearance for your signals. Then, we would like you to meet with us so we can share our experiences with you and hear more of your story too. Divination message. It's up to you now to decide whether you are going to take the time to discover. Interesting, because I was taken to like discovery, and I mentioned the series I collected called Discovery. It's up to you now to decide whether you are going to take the time to discover what something is really all about, or simply judge it based on how it appears to be at first glance. The trick-or-treaters help you see through conditioning and old thought patterns, and as they do this, they may reveal to you a world of more wonder than you thought possible, and all you need is courage. Hi Laurie, good afternoon. On my way to the library to get completed help for photography website. Hi Cynthia and Lucy and Moon Cookie. Cheers, Laurie. who's off to the library. We'll have a look at your sacred spirit. What is the message? Not to be scared of spirit. I've got the card. Awakened spirit. Card number 4. Desire to change. Wasn't sure if that was desire for change, but there is a desire to change. My lunch just came to $11.11. 11.11. Card number 4. Secret Temptation is in reverse, but card number 4. I looked at, I don't even have a watch on, I don't even have my bracelets on, but for some reason I looked, did you just do that? Did I just copy you? Helping others, desire to change. An awakened spirit is much like Alice in Wonderland. Once you have travelled down the rabbit hole, you can never go back to what you knew before. You become forever changed by your new experience. New information and experiences will change you at your very core. You become enlightened with sacred connection, resulting in physical, spiritual, and emotional changes. You may be feeling lost and confused about your life, relationships, family, or social connections, including your employment. This is a time when making meaningful experiences is a priority, as you can no longer fathom wasting time on greedy, materialistic, or ego-based principles. The question of why comes to the forefront of almost every experience as you search for meaning and validity for your soul's experience here on earth. Seeing through the industrial machine of society, you become more aware of people's unhappiness and lack of passion, ethics, and integrity. At this moment, understanding who you are, the real you, beyond what you have been conditioned to believe by societal norms, family, school, or institutions, becomes a dominant feature in your life. Right now, your spirit seeks freedom, confined by restrictive interactions and outdated ideals. It's important to understand the connection between your physical body and spiritual self. This deep connection is the soul's expanding awareness into seeing a broader and higher picture in life. Health challenges can occur now as you go through this phase of spiritual improvement. Growing impatience with materialistic people, social media, and news programs continually highlight the world's imbalance of peace and harmony. Humanitarian efforts are suggested now, donating time, effort and energy into community programs or groups and implementing healthy and greener alternatives into your life will bring you new opportunities, creating a supportive, healthier lifestyle. Your affirmation: I am free to follow the call of my heart with purpose, with love and clarity. And clarity. That's a good message. Let's see what the archangels want to say. Because I've got chills. Legions. 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 Legions? Maybe someone's got some lesions. Seven of Michael. Don't go that way. Take this path instead. Sneakiest card in the deck, but the Divine won't put it like that. This deck is very compassionate. There is a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all the details. Where's the book for this, please? I don't know how it got underneath there, but hey, that's all good. Hi Noah. There is a better course of action available to you. Ask yourself, what am I really trying to accomplish? Think about whether get my words out. Think about whether I'm going to the weather. Have you got a rainy day there? We've had a nice day today. Had no rain today. It's been nice. It's been pleasant. Think about whether working alone on this project is a good idea. Is your unique point of view providing creative solutions, or is it causing you to miss important details? Go over the details again. So that came out yesterday, details. Your angels want you to be a success in this endeavour and are giving you a heads up with this card. There is probably more going on here than meets the eye. Someone may have ulterior motives. Additional meanings of this card: the need for caution, poor timing, running away. Next itch. What song's coming through is Janet Jackson. Run away with me, my love. Yeah, 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 yeah. Meditated this morning and I fell back asleep. And when I woke up, kind of had vertigo. It went away. Interesting. We get another message from here. So I don't even think I've actually shuffled them and pulled a card yet. Okay. The Five of Gabriel. A challenge you can resolve. Withdraw from the drama of others. Have patience with yourself and those around you. So you see the feminines are here. Because I felt drawn to ask you, like, if you want this, like, simplified. I was going to be taking the piss. A bit like asking my dad if he wants some crayons and a colouring book. That's what was coming through. When it's like, the puzzle pieces, they're slotting into place now. But patience is called for. They'll figure it out. Of course they will. They have the help of the divine. 5 of Gabriel. I went from the 4 to the 6. I felt like someone had torn out this page. Let's read it. You have what it takes to solve this problem. You may not have all the pieces just yet, but working with others and finding compromise is the way to come to a peaceful resolution. Some of the interpersonal conflicts and challenges that you're experiencing may very well be reflections of struggles you're having within yourself. Stand back and take a look at the big picture. Listen carefully to other people's viewpoints. When you draw this card, it's a recommendation to withdraw from the drama of others if you can do so gracefully. Healthy competition can make you stronger and be very fulfilling. Keep your intentions positive and your ethics of the highest caliber. Additional meanings of this card: multiple situations vying for your attention, dramatic people, petty quarrels, sporting events. I don't know why sporting events was thrown in there, but so. Let's take a note to the Olympics. It's carrying that torch, that flame. Okay, let's get this reading wrapped up. The Mother Mary, of course. But then I felt the Father energy coming through from Rumi. The angels and ancestors. This was the first deck that came to mind. Anyway. It's like we'll get through to you any way we can. I've got one. The cards are quite thick. We've got 2 cards. Nice. Guardian Angel. Felt like someone to talk through me then. Guardian Angel. Remember the first card we saw? I've put them away, haven't I? Oh, yeah. It might be at the top. Love yourself. It was this one. The first card was this. And we have Guardian Angel. And we also have Direction Guardian. So Guardian Angel first and foremost. Watch for signs and reminders from your angels and loved ones that they are close by. Remember, they are working hard to guide you. The Guardian Angel card shows the white feather that has become known as the Guardian Angel's business card. Not that card. The Guardian Angel card shows the white feather that has become known as the Guardian Angel's business card. Whenever a white feather appears in your life or this card appears in a reading, it's a message to say your guardian angel and ancestor guides are particularly close at this time and are there to support you with their love. If you have asked for help with a particular situation, know that there is divine intervention in the works. Direction Guardian. It says choose your path. Where was Michael? Bottom of the deck. How about taking this path? Choose your path. Connect with your deepest desires, then choose the path that will make your heart and soul sing. So connect with your deepest desires, then choose the path that will make your heart and soul sing. The Direction Guardian card represents the angels of direction. These amazing angels are the ones who come to us when we are at a crossroads and don't know which way to go. When we are unsure of what is right for us or of the bigger picture. They can help us know what is best for all involved. The Direction Guardian card refers to the vision of the Hebrew prophet, what's your name? Ezekiel, who is said to have seen an angel with 4 different faces. One was a child, cherub, one was a bull, one was a lion, and one was an eagle. Hey baby. These 4 faces show that angels can appear in many guises and guide us in many different directions, but always for our highest good. Your path isn't set in stone, and your angels and guides have no expectations for you, nor should you have any for yourself. There are many directions you can take. None of them are wrong, as they all hold perfect opportunities to grow and to learn. But life is to be enjoyed and savoured. So, if you know that there's a decision to be made, and particularly if you are feeling indecisive, choose the path you know is going to make you light up, and choose with your heart. Let's finish with a message from the Mother Mary. A white feather is floating in the air, of course. I've got a white hair. It's not quite a feather. Oh my God, brings happy tears to my eyes. I'm behind in reading You're Speaking About Guardian Angel. Okay. Our Lady of the Dark Mysteries. If you remember that I said they're always with you, you're never alone. Card number 6. I have many names and faces. Just spoke about that. Your guardians do. I have many names and faces, but behind those names and faces, I am your loving, Mother always. I come to you in light and darkness, through joy, and even, my beloved, through loss and tragedy. I am always your loving mother. I am seeking you, reaching for you, calling you to me. If you can know this, then great peace and spiritual power will be yours. And you can assist me in enlightening this world from fear and distrust into a place of compassion and divine radiance unveiled. Remember me always. I am your loving mother always. It can be easiest to sense the presence of the Divine Mother when she appears through her light face in compassion, gentleness and charity. It can be more challenging to accept and honour her presence through her dark face. Her dark face may be manifesting through death or loss, through tragedy, trauma or crisis, through confusion, or even through meeting our own inner demons of great fear, attachment, or hate. Her dark face is no less loving than her face of light, no less radiant, though one may have to look through the eye of the heart to see the vivid light that may seem veiled through circumstance. If we are encountering the dark face of Mother Mary, sometimes known as the Black Madonna, we are being initiated into a very powerful and precious spiritual consciousness, and we will be granted the ability to find love, healing and peace, even from the darkest of human experiences. It is the power of unconditional light that is granted by the Black Madonna, as paradoxical as that may seem. It is tremendous spiritual power that is not held back by an ego desire to only experience the pleasurable side of life, denying the value or necessity also of its pain. Why is that flapping? Who undone that button? Someone's undoing my buttons. They're starting with the mittens. Where did we get to? Okay. I thought we was over on this side. We're not. Let's do the button back up for now. Have I got any coffee? Oh, I do. Okay. If you are called to this path, at this particular time in your life, it is because it will serve you most. The mother loves her children unconditionally and without exception. She will call you through pain when pleasure would not suffice. I feel like I'm spitting everywhere now. Put your teeth back in. That'd be my mum. She will call you through pain when pleasure would not suffice. She calls through suffering when it will break open your heart into greater capacity for bliss and rapture. She acknowledges all that you give, all that you bear in her name of love. All that you give will be returned to you, multiplied as grace and miracles. Do not turn away. The pain that you have been bearing is known by the Holy Mother, and she comes to you in this oracle to tell you that not only are you acknowledged, but there is a transformation, there is a transformative healing that is happening through your pain. She is in it with you, whilst also being on the other side of this darkness with a bright light, calling you to greater divine bliss than you imagined you could ever feel. We need Our Lady of the Dark Mysteries desperately, and she knows it. That is why she will not let us go and calls us to her in increasing crisis and struggle until we pay attention. For those of us who have hearts strong enough to bear honest experiences of painful but liberating emotions, such as sadness and grief, anger and rage, including divine outrage, and allow these feelings to stretch our hearts, her spiritual power comes to us. Her healing balm can pour through us into the world. She will hold the container for you to feel and release emotions, even though they can be so painful that you may feel as though they are going to tear you into pieces as you feel them. This is the pain of the world that you are helping to release. She has been burned and burns, you see. She suffers just as we do. She is not separate from us. She is us. She is every animal that suffers cruelty, every human that suffers abuse, every tree that is destroyed, every ocean animal that dies through pollution, every heart that breaks when witnessing ignorance and carelessness. You are perhaps never closer to her, or more in her fierce, merciful, raw and miraculous grace than in that moment when you are howling in agony with her. This takes great courage, but Our Lady of the Dark Mysteries bestows that courage in the hearts of all her beloved children. She comes to us when we need to release our suffering. She comes to us to reassure us that we will move through this time of struggle, and she is with us always. She teaches us that our suffering is to be held up as a badge of, is not to be held up as a badge of honour. Let's repeat that. I'm so focused on the fact I've got chills all down my spine and I'm kind of rubbing my own leg here. It's nice, it's a nice feeling. Okay. She comes to us when we need to release our suffering. She comes to us to reassure us that we will move through this time of struggle, and she is with us always. She teaches us that our suffering is not to be held up as a badge of honour, or that we are martyrs to her cause. She has too much grace of protection for that to be. She teaches us instead that our ability to be present to our suffering, allowing it to flow through us in waves, is what empowers us to be moved by life and completely open to her. She then shares her great gift, that through our ability to be fearlessly open to life, we are not only asked to bear suffering, but are blessed with a capacity for divine rapture. We can then taste the ecstatic, I don't know what I was going to say. We can then taste the ecstatic intensity of life. Our Lady of the Dark Mysteries comes to you with guidance to be honest with your suffering and know that you are not alone in it. And through this, she invites you to open to her ecstatic bliss, to the divine presence in the everyday. This oracle confirms her presence in reaching out to you through any challenges that you are experiencing or have experienced, but need to make peace with, instead of holding guilt or shame about those challenges. Now is your time. Pray to her to help you trust in her wisdom and receive her blessings with a courageous heart, and your life will be transformed through her grace. There is nothing that she cannot do for you who are devoted to her. I know, Rumi, you want to speak. Okay. I'm going to go over to the Rumi messages now. For the masculine, for the father's approach. The father's approach. Yeah. Okay, I just have the chills going up my right side of my body, which is interesting. And it's mostly my leg area. So, okay, Rumi. The years are ringing. From nothing to everything. Card number 16. It's like sweet 16. From nothing to everything. Oh, my friend, if you are longing to be written on, become a blank page. Rumi. Have you been shedding your skins, layers, your certainties? You hear the siren outside. Gone are fixed identities and definite opinions. Keep casting those shackles aside, even if you fear you are releasing too much, and then perhaps you shall cease to exist. You shall only cease to exist as you have known yourself to be thus far. Another emanation of you exists, blazing angel, something more beautiful and true. Yet here you are, at the pruning stage, like a gardener for the soul. Shall the garden spring back to life, or will the enthusiastic denuding process be rather too much and unintentionally kill off the garden altogether? Fear not, your soul is made of hardy stuff. It can handle a lot of culling and will shine even brighter for it. There is a greater story to be impressed upon your essence. Just notice it, page number 77. That's the year of my birth. There is a greater story to be impressed upon your essence than the one you are currently dreaming up. Though you are brilliant, no doubt about it, my angel of love, there is one who is even more so. The imagination of this great writer is beyond our comprehension. The stories that pour forth from this cosmic poet in every moment are so rich they inspire the creation of art and music. One such story is especially created for you, yes you, with a starring role and all the best supporting cast. You shall gasp in wonder, awe, glee and delight when you hear it. It is a great romance, a great adventure, with an ending truly spectacular and divine. Would you wish to hear it? Become attentive now. Put your own tales aside, as dramatic as they may seem right now, and prepare to be entranced by the greater storyteller, the living part of love, as you are entranced in a tale of your unfolding divine destiny. There are moments on the path of love that seem to focus on letting go of identities, of knowledge and certainty, of opinion, and even attempts at control. We may feel as though we are being stripped back to our core, and even then perhaps further still. We may wonder if we can bear it. What shall, if at all, remain intact through these rigours? We may feel challenged every time we attempt to become something great, as though we are being blocked by circumstances beyond our control. Again and again, it is as though a greater hand smacks our wrist the moment we try to take hold of something firmly, someone, anything that brings us certainty or inner stability. Such are the rigours at an advanced stage on the path. We meet this challenge when our soul is ready for it. Why must it be thus? This is a sage question indeed. When we are asked to dispense with our story, the interpretations we have given to our life experiences over the years, we may not hear the request at first. We may vaguely note it, but not recognise the great divine source asking this of us, and so we do not give such an inclination due accord. We may persist with spinning our own tales instead. Oh, our mind may fancy itself to be a great wrangler of the word, impressed with its own judgments and declarations, yet in the light of comparison with the divine tale for our soul, all our fancies shall pass away, revealed as so very frail, like clouds dissipating in the sky. Perhaps we are graced with the realisation there is so much more. Or perhaps we still don't get the hint and move into struggle as we try to enact what we think our story should be. We may hit obstacle after obstacle and create even more terror in our storytelling, that life is such pain, a struggle, that success may not be for us, that we are forgotten and unheard. Yet we could equally choose to wonder if obstacle after obstacle, closed door after closed door, is just a prompt to look for the open window to climb through. And if so, instead of seeking to impose our small story upon the great truth, we can live the truth of our divine destiny. Then something magical happens. We participate through presence along with the unfolding story of our soul journey. We open up to whatever is asked of us, presented to us, happening through us, as we choose each day to come alive as much as we can. Then, as if by magic, there is something else that occurs. That would be grace, real, rich, dripping with goodness and substance grace. This is the sacred blessing that enables us to pay attention to opening doors rather than closing ones. The divine assistance that lets us know our life is proceeding according to a greater intelligence and plan. Once we stop thinking quite so much and live day to day, we will be blessed with the realisation that our individual life story is so much more extraordinary and perfect than anything we could have summoned, even with our wildest imagination. This oracle comes with guidance for you. You are being asked to let go to receive, to become empty, to be filled. This may mean letting go of attachments to a lover so you can receive genuine love. It may be of no longer holding on to a fantasy of your dream job but of being guided into your most soulful and successful vocation. It may mean letting go. That was loud, wasn't it? Let's pay attention. It may mean letting go of wishes for your body or health to be other than it is. Now, I'd say that was highlighted. It's time to let it go. It may mean letting go of wishes for your body or health to be other than it is, so you can simply get on with living each day, taking steps into wellness without thinking beyond one day at a time. It is the divine paradox that when we are asked to surrender a story or fantasy, it is because reality is knocking at our door. More often than not, with the delivery of what we have been fantasizing about, but in the best way for us. The human experience of this paradox is that you may feel you are giving up hope, that your fantasy is dying. It may be very painful and bring you very much grief. It says, and bring you much grief. But I just put very much in there. But all that is dying is your attachment and opinion about how it must be. This needs to happen so you can stop dreaming and start living it. This is what is happening for you now. Do not fear any part of your process. Embrace it without expectation, with trust in your heart that the divine is simply guiding you from fantasy into fulfillment. Beautiful message. Thank you. Thank you, my parents. Interesting. This hand's warm, this hand's cold. This leg's cold, this leg's warm. Guys, I love you all dearly. I'm going to go now. I will catch up with you all soon. So until then, take care. Much love. Bye for now.